Okay, so today's video is about fractions, and today we're going to learn all about numerators and denominators. If you haven't heard of these yet, that's fine. We're going to go through it today, and by the end of today, hopefully you'll be able to tell me which one is which, what they do, and all about fractions. So let's have a look. Let's get right in. So you've probably seen fractions before, and that you will see fractions maybe that look like half, and you might see half written like that. 1, and then there's a line, and then 2. So we're going to look at what they all mean. What does that mean? So you've got two different things. You've got the top line, and the top line is called the numerator. And the bottom line is called the denominator. Okay? So we're going to go through them in a sec, but just one way to remember that, the way you could remember is that denominator is always down the bottom. So D for denominator is always down the bottom. Okay? The denominator is, this number down the bottom is how many pieces or how many parts there are all together. So parts all together. Okay? How many parts there are all together. And this one on the top is how many parts you have. Okay, so how many parts of it there are that you have, and the part on the bottom is how many parts are all together. Let me give you an example, okay? If you had a circle like this, and you split it into two, there is 2 parts, so that is your denominator. How many parts that you put your shape into, that's what goes down the bottom, okay? And what goes up the part is how many you had. So if you had a cake and you cut it into 2 pieces, the 2 pieces would be the denominator, and how many did you eat? You ate half, so you ate 1 piece, so you put the 1 on the top. Okay, let's go through another one so we can explain a bit better. This time we're going to have a circle and we're going to cut it into 4 pieces. So I want you to first think about what would be your denominator. Now let's have a look. Remember what denominator means? Denominator means how many parts there are all together. So how many parts are there all together in this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to see how many of this one that I had. Okay, so now we're looking for our numerator, which is how many parts you actually had. How many parts did you have? 1, 2, 3. So the 3 would be on the top. So remember, whatever's on the bottom is how many parts altogether, and whatever's on the top is how many parts you had. Let's try another one. Let's try maybe a block of chocolate. Okay, so there's a block of chocolate here, and it was split into 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces. So I'm going to draw my line, and on the bottom is going to be my denominator, and I'm going to count how many parts, which I counted was 10. So my denominator is 10. And then I had a few friends over, and then we ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Okay, so now I'm looking at what my fraction is. I look at my denominator, which is 10, and now my numerator, which means how many parts did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my answer is 6 over 10, or the way you would say it would be 6/10. 6/10. All right, we'll try one more. Last one. Let's see how we go. All right, I'm just going to draw the shape straight away. All right, have a think about it for a few seconds and have a think about what you would do to solve this question, to solve what fraction of this chocolate block I have eaten. Okay, have a think about it. Okay, let's have a look. So my parts, how many have I eaten? I've eaten 2 parts. And so that's my numerator. My denominator, which is down the bottom, is how many parts are all together? 2, 4, 6. Put the line there. And there, which is now 2 over 6, or as you would say, it would be 2/6. 2/6. Okay? So, remember today's lesson was to look at what the numerator and the denominator are. The denominator, which is down the bottom, which is how many pieces my shape or my object, or how many, like if I was having like oranges or things like that, how many parts are all together. And the numerator, which is how many parts you have, or how many parts your friends have eaten, or any things like that. Okay? Hopefully that has cleared things up, and let me know if you have any problems with this because we can go over it again. Thanks.